defenders of Stalingrad, the victors of Stalingrad, rested briefly and then moved on. Towards the front, by now well over 100 miles to the west. They would fight in other battles, but none as hard as the one they had just finished. It was safe to leave their shelters now. Safe for the civilians to take over the battlefield that had been their homes. There was not much left that was familiar. Tehran conference, Churchill suggested to Stalin that the city should be left just as it was. A terrible monument, forever. But the Soviet people needed the city to live again. And live it did, after years and years of labor. A gleaming testament on the banks of Mother Volga. They were the children of war, many without homes, without families, all security stripped from them by the rake of battle. Alone, silent, uncomprehending. Mortal danger everywhere. Mines, booby traps, live ammunition, unexploded bombs. They could not yet begin to clear the debris. They warned each other to give things time to recover. Mother, we're all alive. Gone to Bekatovka. Klava. One of the most important services was the mail. Neighbors, families, friends had been scattered by the Nazi onslaught. Now the messages arrived and went, re-establishing the old ties. familiar sounds came back, a voice on the telephone. Radio speakers booming into the streets. The rattle of streetcars. And the clatter of children going to school, or as much school as was left. The Nazis would have no further use for this. The Soviets would have a use for it. Thousands had died here, on both sides, contesting it. Within months, it had returned to peaceful use. Re-equipped, the plant sent out its first tractors to the newly liberated areas. More than a generation later, the tractors are still rolling out of Stalingrad. From all over the Soviet Union, aid and comfort poured into Stalingrad. It was as if everyone in Russia felt themselves a citizen of that proud city. Groups of young communists came in to help in reconstruction, living in makeshift accommodations. Came back into people's lives. They set about the task with all their energy, and the city began to grow. "25 years after the Battle of Stalingrad, the Soviet people unveiled their monuments to it.